Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles Minutes. Tonight's lesson is on becoming more of a whole person. So, to fill in the hole in your soul, one of the things you have to look at is the fear of rejection and the fear of abandonment. So, what happens is, as humans, we often have our self worth outside of ourselves. I need people to like me. I need people to validate me. I need people, need people to acknowledge me. Da 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 da. What's not happening is the acknowledgement of self, of love of yourself, and appreciation of ourselves. To do that, we have to learn how to accept ourselves. All of us. What gets in the way is perfectionism. And it's very common in parenting that, hey, I want my kid to be this perfect kid, to graduate from this perfect school, to never have a scar or bump or bruise, and always be a perfect looking person. This is a neurosis. This is not, in the context of reality, it is a form of extreme protectionism, and it's coming from fear and not from love. So to parent that way, it may not be so healthy to the kid's psyche. They could grow up with this I won't try things because I'm not good at it. I'm not perfect. They'll live in fear. They'll have anxiety. They'll have depression. So you start to take responsibility for that. Say, look, I do want the best for my kid. What it is, I'm treating myself this way. What's it causing in me? Well, I'm anxious, I'm depressed, and I'm nervous, and I'm afraid. Then knock it the hell off. So, forgive yourself, and accept yourself. You're a human being. You're not a perfect person. There's none of those. So, when you learn to accept yourself, including, sometimes I could be a jerk. All right, I can accept that. I can take responsibility for it. Sometimes I make mistakes and do stupid things, and I can laugh at it. So some people go, why are you laughing? I mean, I laugh it off. Like, I realize I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I'm okay with it. And what that says in the other parties, they're not okay with themselves. So the more you accept yourself, you don't have to worry about if someone rejects you. Because I still got me. I still like me. I'm in relationship with me first. So that's kind of like emotional intelligence. How's the relationship with you? Do you love yourself? Do you accept yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you stand up for yourself? Are you being kind to yourself in there? So when you start to get that down, things go a lot better. But when people have their worth outside themselves, they need someone else. Need you to do this for me. Need you to do that for me. Need you to do for that. Need. Our brains are wired to be repulsed by that. Neediness is repulsiveness. I'm not going to get into how it's wired in there from evolutionary biology tonight, but I'm just going to tell you that doesn't really work. So the other thing it does is if there's a fear of abandonment, what won't happen is you'll always be protecting yourself. So you'll put on a show, you'll pretend that you're this perfect person. You have this great Facebook life. Look at me. Aren't I perfect? And what's being covered up is the fact that you're human and that shit ain't so great if we look behind the covers of your life that, hey, I got problems. And welcome to Earth. We all have problems. Nobody's perfect. But if you can accept them and not be guilty or feel guilty or shamed about having problems, then that's a big, huge step. You don't shrink yourself, you grow tremendously as a person, and you have a lot more courage. The other thing is, you love yourself. Now you have the ability to come out and love others. So now you're willing to be vulnerable. I'm willing to put some skin on the line. I'm going to become vulnerable. I'm going to confess to you. This is how I feel about you. I love you. I care about you. I know how to take care of myself, so now I know how to take care of you. I'm willing to listen what you have to say. If you won't listen to yourself, if you deny yourself and reject yourself, you're going to get rejected by others.